on board. I hope. Hope everybody had a great last couple weeks. We've been lacking on our episodes lately because, last week there was a storm and Blake didn't come in, and the week before that there was a storm and Blake didn't come in.
You don't need me.
I hate talking myself. I hate talking myself.
You do it well, though.
We switched things up a little bit tonight. We added a brand new microphone system. So let me know if it works, and if not,
it's quiet. But
I'm gonna get a lapel one. Ooh, you should hook your headphone into the computer and listen to that, and see what it sounds like.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
Because then it goes through the magic of the internet and back in through your computer.
Oh yeah, magical. What was it? That one?
Yeah.
Must be.
Okay. We had a severely busy last couple of weeks. Spring orders are picking up. It's quite often. It's quite often crazy in here in the springtime. Does that sound good? Not too loud?
Yeah, so far it seems like you can control your own volume.
This does not have a volume knob.
Not you, the people.
Right. Problem is, I'll talk quietly for a while and then I'll yell unconsciously. I apologize for anybody wearing headphones. If I had deafened you, especially last time we had a live, sorry about that. There was problems, and I feel like we got them worked out. Anyway, if you're new, if you've never been here before, I'm Andy. This is Blake. We run Andy's Airsoft, your best Canadian retailer. Unbiased opinion.
Oh god.
You're the best place to buy airsoft in all of Canada. We do our little live show every couple weeks, just kind of
supposed to be every second Friday.
Yeah, supposed to be every second Friday. No, it's never end up like that.
Once every 2 months.
Once every 2 months. Yeah, we try to keep things interesting. Show you new and fun things that we're working on or that happen in the shop. And if you don't like or care about airsoft, well, this is not the show for you.
Mainly airsoft and another 10% of random nonsense we just talk about.
Oh yeah, there's always nonsense.
Try to get 45 minutes.
That's bugging me.
Oh my gosh, you can never leave anything alone.
Everybody relax.
All right. Not relaxed.
Yeah, sorry. I should have adjusted that earlier. It was bugging me. All right. So,
what we got new? We got a big e-bike shipment that was finally released after 6 months at sitting at the border.
Right. Yeah.
That's why we were delayed. If you didn't get emails or stuff from us as fast as normal, like usually within 2 days, that we get back to you, and it was like a week, we apologize because we had a massive order that we were trying to get out and get people that had pre-orders for 6 odd months out before emails. And our person that does emails, she has been busy with her second job. So it was a little slow and we apologize.
You know, somebody lives in Charlottetown that wants a job.
Who's good with customers?
Good with computers and customers and
guns.
Fake toys, Emma wasn't great with when she started, but she became
on the money.
Very good. Yeah. Somebody asked if anybody drive to Antigonish to your store before. There's a fellow that drives from Newfoundland every couple of weeks or so. So there was a guy once drove here from Ontario. He said he wanted to see the island anyway, but he pretty much just picked up his airsoft stuff and then left. So I don't know how much he actually wanted to see the island.
Was that a thing from Instagram? Because I don't see
it.
Yeah, there it is. It was just delay other way. And I did have a guy from Belgium come in once. That was really cool.
He wasn't here just for us.
Yeah, he was not here just for us. He was picking up something for his friend, and he was like, "You guys are the only ones in Canada with this," and he told me to come pick it up. I was like, "Hell yeah, let's go!" So that was really cool. I enjoyed that. But what else happened this week? Oh, our Silverback MDR shipment. Or Silverback shipment came gone.
Yep.
So that's something we'll get into maybe a little bit later on. But
Blake's new favorite gun.
Hey! Not without its
Red Wolf Order ETA. The next one, it's gonna be a little bit maybe.
So Yeah.
But yeah, next one is hopefully they usually take about 7 weeks or so. It's hard to say with CBSA and stuff, but it's not shipped yet, so we can't. I can't.
It's not shipped yet, and this one's massive.
Oh, it's huge.
This is the biggest one.
Yep, biggest over $100,000.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Scary.
This is the biggest just solo Red Wolf order that we've made. Just as we've had so many things coming from Red Wolf that people have been pre-ordering that it got out of hand real fast.
We didn't mean for it to get that big. It just had been a little bit since we did our last one, and they were slow processing and whatever. Anyway, it's going to be a bit. Fine, I'll wait. But I want 2 candies.
2?
Yeah.
You're lucky to get one at these times. No one's making the baggies anymore.
Funny thing about that, my kids are the ones who I sweatshop them and make them put the bags together, the treat bags,
That's
the
how they get their
candy, and the
allowance.
card, and it is actually I pay them for
I know.
it. So yeah, it's a pretty poor sweatshop if I pay the money for it. But anyway, yeah. So they're only able to make so many in a week, and it used to be we go through that many in about a week. Or sometimes we even take a week and a half to get through them. But lately it's Monday and we're out of treat bags. So yeah, I gotta whip the kids harder, or maybe start making Taylor make treat bags. But yeah, we that is probably commonly one of the most favorite things people comment about is that they got a Werther's original when they ordered from us.
People will call us and just be like, "Hey, I just got my order today," and we're like, "Okay, is everything good?" And they're like, "Yeah, I just wanted to thank you for the Werther's." And we're like, "Okay, anything else?" And I'm like, "Nope, have a good one."
Or people wanting to return items or have to send something back. All right, I'll send it back, but you're not getting your candy back. I ate that. That's fine.
That's kind of the point of it.
The pants didn't fit, but the candy was delicious.
Yeah. Any news for Wolverine pre-order? I mean, our Wolverine order hasn't come yet. I've ordered that months ago.
Wolverine orders. So Wolverine, it depends on what time of year you order. Sometimes their orders take a month to pack, ship, and get delivered, or they take like 6 months. It's kind of ridiculous, and it's hard for us to predict what you guys are going to buy in that amount of time. So
I think what happened with ours being so delayed now is they released that new Article 1 Speedsoft gun. So they were putting all their time and effort into that. And our order got delayed. And now we don't even have any of those coming because when we placed our orders at a weird time. So
they were already sold out.
Yeah, don't expect us to get any Article 1s anytime soon.
What do they look like?
It should be on their site here. You know Johnny's guns?
Yeah.
That.
It's just a speedball gun?
It's just a speedball gun, yeah. But I will get some. I'm going to get some of each color if anyone's interested in that. But we didn't get any of the first batch. I think Blacklist did. Send them over to our friends over there.
Yeah, go buy them from Black Blitz. Good guys.
Good guys.
Gotta like Kevin.
Good guy, Kevin. I'm just trying to see where the heck is it? It's not even on their site, is it not?
Any reviews in them yet?
What, the articles?
Yeah. I'm just curious.
I'm interested because they have binary trigger. They have a new trigger board. So it has a binary trigger. It has a ball bearing trigger. So it's actually smooth and silky, which is fantastic. I really appreciate that. So I'm bringing in a few other parts as well, just so you can build your own kind of Speedsoft gun or whatever from the MTW platform if you already have one. So there you go. But I'm trying. Where the heck? I'm going to sign in now and I'll see what our Wolverine order is looking like. But I haven't heard anything, so I don't think it's shipped.
Yeah, I didn't see it being shipped yet. We have a Wii order processing, don't we?
Yeah, we Maple Leaf, King Arts? Mark? I'm not really sure what's going on with that one. To be honest, that's all you.
Yeah, I'm
massive Wii order.
Not getting any updates here. Is Facebook on?
Facebook, yeah. Like I got people in here. That's where they're asking me the
Wolverines. That's weird. How come it's not showing up for me?
Because you suck. Doesn't matter. I got it anyway. What's the status on the dead storage across the border? I think we already went over that, Kevin. We got our 6-month order, or half of it. And that's already packed and gone. And the other half will be coming 2 weeks.
What are we talking about?
The Evike order that you just brought over.
Oh, the second part of it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I've been trying, there's just one CBSA agent that I've been dealing with.
But, I mean, wasn't it cleared through Alberta?
Oh, that. Oh,
Yeah.
is that what he's talking about?
I don't know. Either way, that
So
one
there's
was the
two. There's lots. We need an order number. We'd have to look it
Perfect.
up. So the second part of our the most recent one is on its way here and should be here this week. There was one from September, so it depends on when you ordered. Towards the end of September, we had an order that got held at the border, and it's still there. I was talking to her. Actually, I haven't been talking to her since I went over last time, which was like 2 or 3 weeks ago now. There's this one CBSA agent that I deal with, and I don't think she likes airsoft.
She doesn't like us. that's
Doesn't
for
like
sure.
me. Yeah, she's watching this. I'm just kidding. I really like you and everything you do. But yeah, no, like
Let us have our toys,
yeah,
please.
like they're just really holding on to this one, and they will release it. But oh my god, she's like, there's a list of things that they're denying, and that's why I have to take them back into the States, and it's just kind of ridiculous. Because they are all Canadian legal, and so they should all go right through, but no. So anyway, that's that. We little late.
You're fine. Let
party.
me read. You stop reading because you just go.
Sound is
all
better
sideways.
this week.
Yes,
Good. Glad to
yes.
hear it, Michael.
Yeah.
Mitchell. For some
Oh
reason in my head,
gosh.
for some reason in my head, way back when I first met Mitchell Surratt,
Mitchell.
he runs
Let's go airsoft.
Let's Go Airsoft, although we used to. Is that Johnny coming in?
Is it Johnny?
Yeah, Johnny's
Cool.
here.
Better be. It's not locked. I'll
Okay,
get him to
good.
lock it.
For some reason, when
Lock
I
the door
first met him,
behind you.
um,
That's rude.
Mitch, somebody told me, or
Lock the door.
somebody said his name was Michael, and so I think I even said, "Hey, Michael." And anyway,
You never corrected him?
no,
Wow.
well, no. I always
Wow,
knew I was
Michael.
wrong. I always knew I was wrong, but in my head, it was Michael. So now every time I'm talking to him, even online, even though on Facebook it says your full name up top, I ignore it, and in my head
Especially
it's
when I
Michael,
come
but
out
it
here.
is Mitchell Surratt. Anyway, he used to own Let's Go Airsoft, great guy, and he said my mic's working better this week, so
it's super.
I'm
It
happy for that.
sits super high with the PTS mag because the spring's so 10.
Johnny's here. Jonathan
With
Frederick.
popcorn.
Oh, and he brought
Yeah,
popcorn.
with the popcorn.
We're having a party here tonight. If anybody's in around, come on in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think that his MGL. He's talking about the grenade launcher.
Oh,
What happened with that?
That's in the one in November. They haven't decided.
So there you go. Yours is still not freed. It's still in custody.
Yeah. The
They don't want us to have that one.
didn't they release some of that?
They released half of that.
But I mean, wasn't there grenade launchers in that?
yes, there was an underbarrel, but not the
Oh.
revolver one.
And I'm thinking of the miniguns actually. Anyway.
Yeah, the miniguns we got.
Miniguns we did get. They're very cool.
That's from me with. Hello, Michael. Blame,
So-
it can't be you. Blame Emma.
No, it is my fault because like way back it was Shelburne.
Wow.
It was like one of the first times I ever met you.
Wow.
And I can't remember what somebody said it or I misheard it, and it was Michael, and it just was, and I know his name is Mitchell. It's
Oh, you got red dye.
or Surratt.
Oh,
um,
God, you're handsome.
But anyway, no, it was just funny.
I was gonna message you that too.
MGL is too scary for Canada.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
so it's just recently that CBSA has gotten over the top.
Mhm.
Like we burn borders. We can't bring anything in through Quebec anymore. We can't bring anything in through Ontario anymore. This one border crossing that I manually bring things over in Ontario, in New Brunswick.
That one's off the list now.
I'm thinking I'm gonna burn it because they just whenever I cross the border with my $40,000 order of lots of airsofts, like we're talking from tiny little springs to big guns, hundreds and hundreds of things, 5, 10 of each different thing. And whenever I go through this border crossing, they insist on manually inspecting everything. And I mean everything. They go through it, every nut, every bolt, everything's got to be checked off this list. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Can't you just go down the line and say, I want to inspect this gun, I want to inspect this gun, I want to inspect this?
That.
Yes.
Now they changed.
The very first time I went through, it was great and easy. He's like, okay, I want to check this gun, and this gun. I was like, all right, here. I actually have everything numbered and ordered and ready for you. So I'll pull this gun out. Here you go. Look, inspect it. Away you go. You want to look in all these boxes? He's like, yeah, I'll have a quick look. They had a quick look. Everything was great. The FPS matched up with the sheet that I provided them. Everybody was happy, and I went on my way. Now, every nut, every bolt, everything has to be inspected Part of that's my fault. I made a little boo boo one time, but shut up. But yeah. So anyway, they're making it hard for me. What's Marshall saying?
1 second here. 1 second. Any gas blowback BCM orders coming in V3? Not yet. I just checked my Red Wolf, and there is nothing in there for BCM V3s. I don't even think Red Wolf had them yet, but when they do, I will stock them because gas blowback BCMs is probably one of our hottest selling gas guns.
Gas blowback
to
everything
date.
lately.
Gas everything we can't keep in stock.
It's been crazy. Like this year and like part of last, gas blowback M4s,
which is awesome because they honestly stepped up their game massively. Like gas guns used to be so crap. It was like you had one and you were just like, wow, like you got balls. Yeah, like I don't want them on my team. Now I bought a TM MWS 2 years ago now, and it's probably one of my best shooting guns. And I've played with a few VFCs out of the box, and they're impeccable. Like I'm just like, that's nuts. It's crazy how good these things are now. And for a price that's not like.
Well, look,
so
the G&G
expensive.
gas guns, they used to be
Oh my gosh, why would you even bring that up?
like awful. And you could get so many of them because they were bringing them into Canada like left, right, and center.
I have parts one in my basement.
Yeah, but they were not great. But yeah, so like and GHK, like we can't even keep GHK in stock. Anytime it lands, if it's not pre-sold on pre-orders, like they are sold within a day. Like GHK, their internals aren't the best, but their externals are really nice.
What are you talking about? You just talked about GHK?
Yeah.
GHK, psh, their internals are steel and all this stuff. But I've never been impressed by GHK. This is me being biased. Everyone seems to think
we're a little picky.
That we are very biased and very picky. And GHK never impressed me. And now I have people requesting that we inspect all their GHKs before we ship them. And I'm like, I don't have time for this.
Is that like, GHK?
That AUG was GHK. That was good. That AUG was good.
I like that.
Their M4s never impressed me, and their AKs shoot like shit. And so
yeah, MWSs are way better.
They shoot low FPS.
Oh, yeah, because it's TM.
But it doesn't take much to put them up because all their barrels are short. So if you put a longer barrel in it, it already is going to boost it up.
Yeah.
And then a Type 4 barrel in there, and that thing's high because mine's shooting hot right now. I need to down it. Mine's shooting at 1.6 joules. So that's a TM MWS. So
yeah, they I guess we're a little biased because we get to play with those, but they are really nice.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Marshall, what's he saying? Thinking about buying Aries Honey Badger off you guys. My Aries, I don't know what that is. CG002 gearbox broke on me. I searched it up and nothing came up. Do you guys also install Deans upon delivery? Okay, so you can get a Honey Badger off us. We can do that anytime. We can also put Deans on anytime. That's easy. But I'm going to tell you right now, you have one Aries gearbox break on you, it's going to happen again. They don't stop. They will never stop. They're designed.
We don't stock a lot of Aries here. Snipers are great; they're fine, but we don't stock a whole lot of Aries here because of that. They have a high failure rate.
They're if you made that gun shoot no more than 320, 350 FPS, it'll last forever. But as soon as you hit them at that 400, they put M130 springs in them to get them into Canada.
Yeah,
they just snap.
Yeah.
They blow the top.
They're probably not designed for it.
No, they're not. So I mean, they're snappy little guns and they look great. I love the look of their Honey Badgers, but yeah, their gearboxes are notorious for cracking, and they shoot great out of the box.
Unless Matt drops one off the wall.
Yeah, but we can do all that stuff for you, but just be careful. They look good, but they're not that great. Does CBSA actually chronograph? No, they don't. Right?
They won't accept anything other than manufacturer spec sheet. If it's been modified in any way, it has to have been modified by the manufacturer, and the manufacturer has to supply a new manual with this new fact sheet to fit right inside the CBSA. I had a chrono, I had a battery, and I had gas with me the first time I went over,
and BBs,
and they were like, "Oh, blah, 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 this gun doesn't shoot over," and I was like, "Yes, it does, and I can prove it. Here's a chronograph." And he's like, "Oh, no, fuck you, get out of here. This illegal firearm is banned now." No, CBSA, they don't. We get things in with BBs in them sometimes, and so they must fire them. Somebody somewhere shoots
Someone's
them.
testing these things.
Somebody's doing something, but no, as a general rule, Yeah, maybe. No, I don't know. It wasn't from
Yeah.
e-bike. We've had some from like
Red Wolf,
straight up from Wii that had
yeah,
BBs in
weed
the.
themselves.
So I mean, somebody at CBSA is like putting BBs in to make sure they are airsoft, I guess. But I don't know. But no, they do not take on-field chronograph readings as proof
I
that
wish.
they shoot. Yeah, it would make my job easier.
All right, Michael.
Get his name right.
Hey, Blake, do you have any issues with your MDR-X? I heard there were issues with getting batteries to play well and the gears needing some cutting down to stop it from eating the pinion gear. All right. We hit this one.
Here's the
early.
story.
All right, here it is. All right, so I bought a Silverback MDR from the first batch. I took it right out of the box. I was number one. I cut it open right out of the box.
Screw customers. These are mine.
Yeah, exactly. So I set mine aside and Jonathan's aside. So you might get two sides of the story right now, and there kind of is. I think if you're not picky, fickle, they are really nice out of the box. They shoot good. They're solid. They are nice. They can have a little bit of upper. Actually, well, I can just. So they do have a little bit of upper and lower wobble. At least mine does a little bit, just a little bit, and my rail goes a little bit up and down, a little bit. Let me mind you, mine's been torn apart 30 times already. As you can see, I gave up on it being an AEG already.
Oh,
I modified it to
a little higher.
Have a. Well, I can see it up there. Oh, I already got rid of the AEG-ness. It already has a Polarstar F2 in it. That's not because it didn't work as an AEG. I already had issues with it as an AEG. So from the ones that we sold, we've had one customer say his control board burnt out
Dead
second
on the
try.
box. Yep.
Well, he said it worked and then
that's right.
stopped.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, put the jumper on, put the 11-1 in, and show us how you put the jumper on. And he did that, and it still didn't work. He sent us a video. We emailed it to Silverback, and we are like, we need a control board for this guy. And they were like, yep, no problem. Easy. Other than that was the only one out of the 6 cases we sold. One guy was like, hey, I have an issue.
Yeah. Silverback as a brand is generally really good. They quality control everything. They are really good stuff, and it's a brand new gun. So I mean,
it's going to have quirks.
Yeah.
But if you've never shot a Sistema PTW before, you'll get it with this, but without as smooth. It does sound kind of crunchy. And they are. There's 2 things that are happening with them right now. Another reason why I HPA'd mine was I ate 2 feeding O-rings in a weekend in my house testing. There's something going on, at least with mine, but I had 2 cylinders, 2 cylinder heads, and I had a whole bunch of different mix array of parts, and they both went out. And I emailed Silverback about that, and they're like, we'll give you new ones. And I'm like, well, what's causing this? And they were like, we know it's happening. We just don't know what's making it happen yet. So
it's not all the guns either.
It's not all of them. Like I'm in the forums, and not everyone's complaining about it. Yeah. I'm not the only one complaining about it, but the only thing I can think of is the way that the piston head's screwed on and the feeding O-rings on the top of it. The screw can stick out a little bit, so when it rams into the back, the piston rams back into the cylinder head. It's pushing the O-ring into that screw, and it's notching it every once in a while. And I didn't even bother working with that just because I was sick of it, and I had an F2, so I forced an F2 in it.
A lot of this might be very technical stuff for anybody that's just getting into airsoft, but you'll learn.
You'll learn.
We vary in technical from super easy to incredibly difficult.
I try to dumb things down, but this is kind of
but I mean, like this next guy's asking what to buy for an M4, and we're talking about
F2ing to make the long story short, they also are too tight out of the box, so their gears are too fat for the gearbox, which makes them sound really grindy. So some people have been complaining about them sounding grindy. And then burning out their motor. I've seen people say their motors are dying. We haven't had this issue. Their motor's actually really torquey. It's a nice motor.
It is, yeah.
So people have been replacing the gears with like SHS gears and then putting a magnet in it for the cutoff, and it sounds a lot better. This sounds like a PTW. But I'm a fan of the MDRs. I don't think they're bad out of the box. I still think they're good. They have quirks to them, but Silverback will refine it, and it'll get better through time, and they'll warranty the parts that are broken.
Oh yeah, they're
like
great to deal with. It's like, hey, this is broken. Oh, we'll send you a whole new parts.
I bought the gun expecting to have issues because I've been waiting for it forever. I just wanted the body. As long as I have the body, I can put whatever the hell I want in it, and that's what I did. So, yeah, F2 Polar Star. There we go. Yeah. So. Anyway,
and it was a little bit of a modification process to get that F2 in there.
Yeah,
cut
it's
a
not
cylinder.
easy.
It's not going back. Well, with the parts.
Yeah, it's never going back to AG without buying a new gearbox. Okay, let's leave it at that.
So it can be done. Lots of people out there doing kits and stuff for them.
I'm in contact with a guy who is doing kits and trigger boards, and I'm probably gonna contact him about maybe selling
whatever. We can do it the same way you did yours.
No, I want to do it more professional. I did mine for a tester and it works, but
it's still jankety on the inside.
Yeah, it's a little jankety looking, but it works great. It's just I want to get a little bit more professional. But anyway,
somebody, what do you recommend to buy for an M4? Depends on your how much you have to spend for.
What'd you say?
Yeah,
those are $550 or something like that.
Yeah, so I mean, it really depends on your budget. If you have, like $500-600, you can buy a really nice, like a Daniel Defense, like
that's a SEMA
Mark
Platinum.
18.
It's really nice.
Like a really nice gun. That's not to say, like, we also have Cybergun M4s, like for $240, like a little bit lower end, good starting guns.
That's the
if
guy
you're not
who
sure.
was asking about the Ares Honey Badger, so they're $480 on our.
Oh,
site.
so you're aiming a little higher. So yeah, so these if you're looking for an M4, so like a nice VFC. Come on, Blake, run them up, Blake.
Well, anything Crytek, the E&C lines. I'm a big fan of the E&Cs because these guys are what, $430, $450? $450 for a full metal gun with basically a SEMA gearbox, like a sport gearbox, quick change spring, 8mm ball bearings.
It's an M27, but you get the same idea.
Yeah, it's an M27.
The E&C line, we were really impressed with E&C when we started to bring them in. Really nice, especially for the price.
For the price of them, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
And obviously, Turris is another good brand to go with, but also G&Gs for mid to cheaper make a good gun. Their prices keep going up, which absolutely suck, and you get nothing more out of them, but they do make a quality gun. Their polymer's really tough, so you can't really go wrong there. And they shoot crude out of the box, so especially if you get something with an ETU in it, you're good to go.
There's an airsoft field near the place where they check the guns. To play with the guns. We've made that joke before. Sometimes we get really cool guns in, and it's like they definitely looked at this, and then they kind of ignored all the jankety guns. So yeah, sometimes we feel like there are airsofters that, airsofters in the CBSA that just like to get them out and play with them, because it's like you had no reason to look at this. It's FPS charts right there, but you did pull it out of the box. Coco.
That's not Coco, it's Gordon.
Coco Says No is a wonderful YouTube channel. We're kind of sponsoring for Nightfall a little bit. Got him
MTW.
Making him an MTW build.
It's not shooting as good as I want, but Andrew says it's fine.
Blake's still working on it. It's Blake's a little picky, yep. But anyway, he's part of my team on Nightfall there. It's gonna be a good time. Anyway, what's his question? Tag and Rans, will they be available / allowed in Canada again? So I think you're talking about the R2Bs.
Never.
Because well, no, not never. So Griffin Energetics is the name of the company that's bringing in the new R2Bs. The new R2Bs have peas in them instead of BBs. Like it's dried peas, so it's like hard dried pea instead of a BB. And they're supposed to be bringing them in, but there's a lot of regulations. Anybody that doesn't know what an R2B is, it's a it's like a hard foam grenade with a little bit of explosive in it, and they actually explode, and they're as loud as I would say a 12 gauge shotgun. They're loud.
They're freaking loud.
And they blow up the BBs, and the grenade pieces go everywhere. Eyeglasses definitely necessary for these, but anyway, they got banned. Well, they're never supposed to be let in because they were never approved for Canada, but they got in, and we had some, or no, we never had any of those. But anyway, so there's this company, Griffin Energetics, said they were bringing them in, and there was all these regulations around them. We personally will probably not get them. There's so little margin in them whenever it's like $2 a grenade after everything's all said and done. They're expensive. They're like $25 each, $25 a pop.
And
Once you,
they're not reusable.
yeah, once they're gone, they're gone. Like they're gone. But yeah, so I haven't heard any updates lately, but I think COVID and the DLC 21 kind of mess with them a little bit. But yeah, if they do come back, you unfortunately you probably won't be able to get them from here. Like it's ridiculous. You have to be so far away from railroads. You have to store them so far away from public roads, so far away from residential neighborhoods. You have to store them like in a case.
We've
You
been
have
through
to-
this numerous times.
Yeah, it's fun though. You
No,
have to
it's not.
record.
It's the same episode every time.
You have to
Kind of the same
record
shit. Move on.
who bought what and who bought what when.
Move
And
on.
you have to police it. I can't
Oh my
sell
God.
over so many grenades to one person, and you
Oh my
can't sell
God.
them to your buddies. So I have to
Oh
get
my
the
God.
special license so that I can sell them to you. And if you buy a case and you want to give one, like sell one to your buddy, that's like
Photograph
federal
the
crime. You
50,000.
just committed a federal crime. So there's so much malarkey around them.
I
Even
think
if they did
may
come
be
in,
on the left, but I have a guy.
even if they did come in, I can't see them lasting long before somebody sold one to his buddy on the field and then got found out for it and went to jail for it.
I'm
and-
just skipping a couple things just because I'm getting him to grab something. So just give me a minute. I don't know what Freddy's even saying here.
Is Freddy
That's
online?
hard. Dried peas, not hard. Dried pea, like he said there. I don't know if he's referring to something you said or what's going
Not
on.
hard drive.
Uh,
Was he talking about me stumbling and muttering through the thing?
he's halfway through a cider, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen,
he is
okay.
wrote off.
Yeah,
He's
th-
gone. Lightweight McGee over here.
I think
okay?
Freddie's making fun of me. His jokes are over
Good
my head.
man. So if things don't get on the site fast enough, yell at that.
Oh
man
yeah,
right
blame
there.
him.
Frederick, right there. Frederick, right there. See that? Yell
You're
at
looking
him.
for a gun that I said was going to be put up
Hard
on the
drive
site.
thing.
It's his fault.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. We really appreciate everything he does.
Send him hate messages.
When we get huge orders in and it's like things that have to go on the site, we snap a picture of them, send them to Freddie, and then Freddie's phone blows up for like an hour of things that he has to add to the website.
Yeah, he loves
Um,
us. I swear.
Yeah, he's a great guy, great
He's
guy,
a
great
good
guy.
Yeah.
Who's Liam O'Brien?
Yeah, so he asked about bullpups. So, like I said, one, the MDR will be amazeballs when they figure it out. It is good. It's good the way it is. Worth $850 out of the box. It's kind of rough to say.
There's no
because-
2-stage trigger on that though, is there?
No. So the good thing about these are I have the trigger modified a little bit, but that's as far as the trigger pull is on these because they have a micro switch on the top here that I wired into for my F2. So it is. I don't know if you can hear it, but that's it. That's all you got. So the 2-stage conundrum you get with bullpups doesn't exist in these guys.
Yeah.
Really, really, really nice. I like that.
I don't like reloading a bullpup personally. I find it cumbersome, and you're like,
Try that. It's beautiful.
gross. No,
Look,
it's
like-
like you're shooting. All right, hold on. Let's get. All right, you're shooting, and oh, where's my mag? Oh, I forgot where my mag is. It's
'Cause
way
you're
to fuck
dumb.
back here, and like,
Oh yeah, so
this
hard.
This one's a little
Oh,
better because
wow.
your release is still up here.
Like an M4. Yeah,
like
which is nice.
like an M4, which is really nice because then you're not. Yeah. How do I get my mag out? There's also a release back here, which is cool.
Right in front of the mag well, yeah.
Yeah, right here. So anyway, these if they're gonna do a bulb plap, it's definitely gonna have to be one of those. But
And the cool
eh.
things with these are they're going to make the micron kits eventually, so it's going to cut off to like here. And that's what I want to do with it. I want it to be a real stubby guy, and they're making conversion kits so you can use M4 mags because these are 7.62s. These are SR25s. So yeah,
I just tried to
Okay.
drink the microphone in case anybody's curious.
gray
I'm
box.
to reach for it. It wouldn't have worked
This
so well.
long.
What's
Here. Wipe here. I'll be back. And there's another
Blake.
bowl pup. I'm grabbing one.
He said, "Hard dried peas." Well, it is a hard dried pea. I still don't get what you're making fun of me for. So they take a pea and they dry it, so it's
No,
hard and
like-
solid. It's like it's a green pea that you could eat if it wasn't like freeze dried. It's hard and little flat and like plastic like. That is what it is. Stop making fun of me. You're so mean.
Fun mate. And we just got another bullpup in, and they fixed the dual stage problem with this guy as well.
Albert LeBlanc says hello. I'm going to say hello to him.
Hello. So we just restocked.
Feel free to say hello.
Hey,
We'll read them.
enough with you. we just got a restock of G&G, and we brought in some of the G&G F2000s, and these are now the new versions with the ETU. So they also don't have the 2-stage trigger. It is an ETU. It's instant. The mag release is actually
It's still a bulky trigger, though.
Yes, it is very bulky. It is thick. It's a big boy. It's German. It's going to be thick.
But it's still like that 2-stage trigger feel.
But it doesn't have that clunky. It's not near as bad. It's not near as bad.
It's not near as bad. It is, but you can't feather that trigger.
And Andrew can't feather a feather.
Whoa! See, no volume control. All right. Question: Indoor CQB doesn't allow full auto, but met a guy with an upgraded gun that shoots as fast as full auto. Would it be fair or lesser of a gun that don't?
Oh my goodness!
Shoot as fast as electric trigger should be allowed in full auto. There's a lot to unpack there. So
that is a question.
It depends on the field. So I mean, sometimes it's a rate of fire thing, and
I've never seen that.
I can semi-auto a Raider faster than some gas guns can still go full auto. Like, so I mean, there's what's called a binary trigger. So every time you pull the trigger,
pretty well panned everywhere.
Yeah, they are. They have gone the way of the dodo almost. But every time you pull the trigger, it fires, and then when you let go, it fires. So fire, bow, 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 bow. So yeah, and you can, like, when you start moving your fingers really fast there, and you're firing every like 2 rounds for every trigger pull, that's a lot, and it's pretty much that's faster than full auto. But yeah, so I mean, it really depends on the field. You have to ask your field. Like a lot of HPA setups, you can shoot them faster than some guns full auto. It's just a fact of life.
Why penalize someone who upgraded their gun to the tits?
Yeah,
and you run around with a stock gun. It's two sides. You know what I mean?
It kind of is cheaty, but at the same time, like speedball, you're playing to win. You upgraded your gun to do that. You know, there's two sides to that argument. I can't weigh in. You'd have to ask the field like that you're playing at.
Speed stuff shouldn't be a thing anyway.
They should almost as long as it was split up evenly. Like if there was 2 guns that were shooting like super fast like that, as long as they were on opposite teams.
Oh my gosh!
When we play. We always try to make the teams as even. Like if a whole bunch of new players come on, we don't make them all go on one team. We split them up into because we all run HPA setups that are fast like that, like MTWs and HPA guns that are just crazy fast on the trigger.
It's so good. F2s. All right. Let me look here. Hey, so I haven't checked much of the
Bill C21, but
it's not even. It hasn't been talked to in a while.
No. So the last update wasn't even related to our side of C21. The last update was to take away the 2 amendments that the Liberals made early on in the discussions to C21, which didn't affect us at all. It just affected a bunch of hunting rifles and stuff. So currently, as is, it's still up in the air. There's no firm one way or the other what's going to happen.
Either way, we're good for a while.
It's the government. They're going to mutter and putter over it forever. What I can tell you is my own personal feelings. I've talked with
his feelings again.
So many.
It's because I've been talking. It's because I've been talking to all the Liberals. So I've been talking to my 3 local Liberal MLAs that are close to me, and all 3 of them, one of which had stood up in the House of Commons, Sean Casey, stood up in the House of Commons and spoke in favor of airsoft. So that's how I know that he wasn't just bullshitting me. That's how I know they actually want to take a look at this and allow us to continue our sport.
Thank you,
So that is how I know in my heart airsoft will continue in some fashion. There may be orange tips. There may be something that
I'm okay with orange tips, but if we go with tinted receivers,
that would be awful.
I'm out of this.
But that's
I'm done.
You know, that's we just have to play nice for a little while longer. We have to. Taylor just sent me his hours. We have to play nice. Play nice for a couple more, a little while longer. Keep talking to your MPs.
Thanks, my guy.
I said MLAs, but I did mean MPs.
Yeah.
Keep talking to your MPs. Make them know what airsoft is and why you want to keep it. The more they know, the less they're afraid. Like my local MLAs could probably know more about airsoft than anybody else at this point because of the amount of times I've been there with them.
See, you always complain about how you can't talk to yourself, but you talk to yourself for 90%.
I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to this guy.
Okay, SSP5 is on the way. Which one? I got 2 of them coming. I have the original SSP5 coming, and I have the, I don't even know what the difference, well, I know what the difference is, but Navrich SSP5 5.1 green gas one as well. So it's shorter. I don't know, but I have 10 of those coming, and I have 35 of the SSP5s coming.
They're a little ways away.
They
but
will be.
are they on the site yet?
SSP5 is, because we had them, and they're
Right,
sold. The
right.
new one is not. The SSP5.
Hey, Freddie, get on that.
Yeah, Freddie,
You still watching?
get to work.
See,
Gosh.
this is why things get messed up. We're all like, "Hey, Freddie, just do this thing," and he's like, "What? What's the price? I don't know. Make it up."
What will you guys have with you for the Airsoft Expo?
Not sure yet.
Andrew told me to take some of my personal shit.
Well, I was told that we should bring stuff to sell because
What?
there wasn't many retailers there, so we might have to load up on
$2,000, and you can have this. Build
Um,
another one. It'll be prettier.
where did you find that comment?
That was on Instagram.
Oh, okay. That's why I didn't see it.
I keep.
Yeah, no,
falling
I'm actually kind of excited for this. It's gonna be a quick trip for us. We're just kind of driving up and unpacking and loading up our tables, and away we go. We might have some interesting things. If anybody wants to pick up an order there, let me know. We can probably make that happen.
Where's it at, Ontario? All right.
Same Picton,
Picton.
same places.
Oh boy.
Same place. It's just in the
16
town.
hours away. 13, 16,
18.
14, something. 18 hours away.
I think it's 18
Oh
hour
my
drive.
God.
Hey, Johnny, want to come?
Want to come?
No.
No. Well,
Is it?
you'll get free
April 1st
food
weekend.
and driven there. How about that?
How much work would I miss?
None. Maybe a Friday afternoon.
Psh, what's another one day of weekend work, right? All right. Did the Caltech RDB end up doing well?
At first, really well.
They sold well. I haven't had any complaints.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean,
Like-
if you really like the look of it, yeah.
It doesn't have a dual stage either. It's a button. It's a micro. Yeah, it's a micro switch. It's right in behind. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Do we have any here?
No. Yes, we have one black one out back.
I'll find it.
It's top right. We do have one. It's black, and everyone wants the OD one, and the OD ones haven't been in stock for freaking months. Freddie says no. What? What's cool? This guy? SMT CAC PDW Classic. Yeah, and I got a tan one too. I got one black, one tan. Tan one looks cooler. Anything tan's cooler.
What kind of tan are we talking?
very yeah, very tan. Very
Should be talking about the.
That's not a Caltech.
No, but it's
That's a Sock 16.
That's what I mean. We're talking about bullpups. Maybe let's talk about them all. I guess we're into bullpups tonight. So this is the Caltech. It was super popular when it first came out.
Yeah.
Black, tan, and green. Oh yeah, they are really nice. And if you like the look of it and you want a bullpup,
Go for it.
yeah, like there's nothing wrong with them.
These Aries gearboxes won't explode.
Yeah, no,
They're actually really thick.
they make them different. I don't think we have even have one that's. I don't remember
No,
any that's. come
I've
back to
only
us.
had one issue with one, and it happened in my hands where the charging handle lever snapped off. I think it was from shipping.
Hulk
but
over here.
the spring in this is really heavy, so
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
good.
like
Yeah.
it is massively heavy. I would not HK slap that thing. If it breaks in your hands, I'll laugh. Yeah,
yeah, that would
yeah. That's the only issue I had on one, and a guy was in here looking at it, and it happened right in front of him, and I was like, I'll give you $50 off. And he was like, oh, take it.
And I think the only other bullpup we have in the store, I may as well talk about, is the Sock 16. These are way too close. These are really
Expensive
nice,
and heavy.
beefy boys.
They
yeah.
are very thick.
They are
It's girth.
very nice.
You buy that, I'll definitely give you 2 Werthers because it's been here for a while. Okay, put that away. Shut the door. Okay, when you guys have a blowout, give
A
the
blowout?
5 folks at Jimmy's my best. What?
What is that?
That's Freddie. What is he saying?
I think he's on the sauce.
Yeah, Freddie, are you okay, my friend? Are you doing okay? When you guys
No.
have a blowout, give the 5 folks at Jimmy's my best. I'm so confused.
Oh,
See these.
these tires.
Yeah.
Oh, I messed up.
No, all right. So he says I'll be one of the vendors at the expo, and I did message about picking up an order there if the timeline matches up. So this must be on Facebook or something because I don't recall.
I do remember that. Yep.
Oh wow, Andrew, good job. I mean Andy.
Can't remember where that was coming from, but it should. I feel like it should line up. We need to make a list. We need to start a list for that. For orders and stuff.
We don't have a shooting booth.
No, it's not that
What?
kind of thing. No.
Well, I'm not going anymore. I want to shoot stuff. Yeah.
I mean, you can go in the back parking lot, I'm sure, and
Yeah.
shoot passerbys in cars.
Bah.
That's
Bah.
Shut up.
Yeah, you get out of here.
Uh,
E-bike. He just said e-bike. I don't
Oh.
know what that means. Does that mean something to you?
Yeah, well, I mean, be the next e-bike
Oh,
shipment, I
is there
assume.
something in there? Then probably
Or the
not.
stuck one.
Ooh.
weird.
Ugh.
April? What are we now? March? Oh, yeah, it should be here.
When
Unless it gets stuck. See,
we're not
I'm always pretty
He's optimistic. Don't listen to him
about
He's full of it.
CBSA, and then they f me over, and then I don't like them for a little
1, 2,
while.
3.
Really hope CBSA is not watching this one.
1, 2.
No, I covered my bases in the start. I was like, I really like that CBSA lady that I always deal with.
When I say we have 8 pending e-bike orders, I'm not lying.
Yeah, usually about 10 grand, so that's
each.
80 grand. I hope CBSA lets those through.
Yeah.
Hey, if anybody works for CBSA, by the way, give me a call.
You want to make some side cash?
You want to let my orders through faster? And all you gotta do is know airsoft, because
That's all.
all the FPS sheets are there. All you gotta do is be like, "Yep, here's the FPS sheet that says it's able to come into Canada," not be all like, "Huh, what FPS sheet? I never saw it." It's like, fuck off.
What? They're speaking mumbo jumbo to each other and they understand. Maybe we're too much on the sauce. I don't understand.
Rogue's got it. Hey, no talking to each other in the comments.
Yeah, no, it's all about us.
Ban hammer. Where's my ban hammer?
Is that me? Is that my other job now?
Yeah,
How do I ban?
all right. Well,
is there anything else cool to talk about? I don't think so.
we-
Everything new that we got
we
last
were-
weekend is
We
gone.
did circles, and now I don't even remember what
What
we were
do you
talking
say?
about.
Curve. Those are gone.
We can't talk about things we can't sell.
Yeah, the only curve we have is the one you bought. Yeah, I have more coming. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
show 'em.
What? Why?
Just because it's cool. It's a cool little pistol.
Oh my god.
Um,
You guys
They
suck.
are they're a
Cheap.
purse gun. Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
well, there you
yes,
go.
they do. See? Velcro.
Who
That's Tokyo Marui.
makes the real one?
I don't know. I don't freaking know. Why do you want the mag? I don't trust you with the mag right now.
There's no BBs in it. Ah, my foot. So this is the Curve, Tokyo Marui.
Non-blowback. Curve.
Yeah, non-blowback purse gun. Sorry,
Called the curve.
because it's all curvy. Look at that. Look at
Oh
that
my
curve.
gosh! If you could show the grip contours into your grip into your palm, see that? So that's where the name comes from. It's really comfortable. It's really cute.
For a tiny little, you can
Yeah.
only hold with 2 fingers gun.
What was it chronoing at? We chronoed it.
That was like 0.9.
0.9 joules. That's a weapon.
TM, that's
Yeah,
good.
That's pretty good for that small.
I think it was there.
Was it there? What we put in a 4?
Wow.
0.5.
Anyway, we do have more of these coming in.
5 of them maybe. Or
So hey,
3?
Freddie, put these on the side.
They are on the site. They
Oh.
sold instantly.
Oh yeah, that's right. Good job, Freddie.
They
Good job.
lasted an hour.
All right, what do we
Yeah.
got here? Gordon and Freddie yelling at each other.
I think that's it. Can we
That's
leave
it,
now?
yeah.
Can we get drunk?
We got a party starting upstairs soon. All right, folks. As always, we do appreciate each and every single order. If you're ever not happy with us, feel free to send Blake an email and yell at him.
I literally sit there and cry all Monday just from all the hate messages.
There's that one guy that yelled at me last Easter. Easter's coming up. Maybe he's gonna come back.
Man. Maybe he'll come back round. Yell at us again.
All right. But seriously, we love our sport. We like to yak about it a little bit, so that's what this
Too
is all
much,
about.
maybe.
We have fun doing these. So hopefully you guys have fun listening to them. I might start getting Freddie to edit them and put them onto YouTube as actual listenable videos again. But I don't know, maybe not. They're kind of yammering and nobody wants
They're
to listen to this
nothing.
again.
It's just yeah.
Nobody wants to be here. Even our live studio audience is complaining.
Yeah.
Boo, boo, Have a good night, guys.
I
And
forgot
don't
to
drink too
take
much
that.
unless you're sitting at home, and then drink all you want.
Yeah, may as well.